Alright guys, this is Nate here. We are starting our 2v2 right now. Great matchup, KDCM versus 228. Whack batch. It's a really important game because KDCM has a chance to win Division B. PHL is currently up by just a little over 40 points. And we're just getting into our 2v2 Fleas versus Urban Mechs on Mech Factory. And our pilots are loading in, and we're going to go straight into the action. Looks like Nutty Rat and Flea are deciding to take, well, pretty much mirror positions from both teams. Early shots from Giggity miss. Jay taking a 1% damage and one last bite. Going in, looks like it's going to be a Flea versus Flea battle. Oh, Giggity got a free shot on one last bite. See if we can follow the action in close here. And it's a brawl. Who would have guessed? Nutty Rat getting focused. The damage pretty even. Nutty is legged in the Irby, and he goes down. Well, this is going to be a tall order for one last bite. Oh, and the Flea goes down, so it's Urban Mech versus Flea. Urban Mech has the firepower advantage. The Flea has the I'm going to run around advantage. I think it's going to go to the Irby in a map like Mech Factory, but Giggity misses a couple times. The small pulse. One last bite running. Looks like he's content to do hit and run tactics on Giggity. Very close match. Very close match. There's a strike. Giggity's going to run right into it. Wow. Oh, they forgot it was Mech Factory, and it just hits the ceiling. So, quite fun. Oh, one last bite. Ate a load of firepower there. And he's legged, and that's it. Good job. 2-1, close match. Points on both sides. Great job, guys. Great job, guys. And we'll go over to look at the lobby. You see all the matches. 99% of this tournament's been played now, and it's quite a lot. This is the very last match of the ToC Season 2. A very important match, a great match to go out on. And this is exciting. I say to everybody watching, get your teams in here, root. I know PHL's watching. And we'll go right into the first match, which is good old Mining Collective. Let's see some brawl. Let's see lots of SRMs. That's going to be always exciting. And if we look over at the map strats, well, you know, even in the 5v5, things hold true. On mining, very narrow alleyways. Team 2 with the Overwatch advantage. Team 1 really has to press a side. It really beneficial to take this Echo 4 Overwatch position. It's really easy to poke that position. with the tonnage the way it goes in this drop, I think we're going to see whatever team brings medium pulse or SRMs and pushes in mass and stays together is going to be the team that wins. Watched a lot of these matches, and the aggressors have desynced quite a few teams at times. If you take any low DPS weapon like a ERPPC, you're going to have some trouble. You really have to land those shots. It's definitely doable, but you really need a wall of MPO mechs. And that's really it. A lot of teams start Bravo or Charlie on team one side, push down the line. KDCM is going to be obviously a team known for pushing. They'll probably stack Bravo or Charlie on the other side, and even though well, they did opt for team one, so that is the push side. You can get Overwatch here. You can stay up in the middle here, but you really have to do a great job of shifting away from an enemy push to make something like a trading deck work. So it's going to be a good match. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. Little slight overview of Mining Collective, people that haven't played it a million times in comp already. And we'll go and talk about the Championship Series 2020. Championship Series coming. Comp Q is opening very soon. You can see the rewards. No divisions. It's open. Your team can make it into the semifinals through the Comp Q. And last year, my team, CSPS, actually did that before I started playing for JGX. We went into the Comp Q, we made it to the semifinals, we won our first match, and then got obliterated. And it was glorious, and we learned a lot. It was really fun, and it gave us the comp bug. So, it is really something, if you've never done it before, and you've Solaris'd yourself out, and you've faction played yourself out, and you've quick played yourself out, and let's be honest, who hasn't quick played themselves out, then really can make a difference. So now we see both teams locked, both teams heavy Charlie Lance, which is of course that middle Lance. It looks, we're just going to see Echo 4, Echo 5 just pusha, and that's going to be exciting. Let's go back to the end game. We load in and we wait. Luckily I don't have the bug. That does not allow me to see mechs. Yesterday I was clicking on the button to allow me to click mechs, and it would just strafe me to the right. Quite a good velocity there of strafing. So it's very challenging to click on mechs. That's no longer the case. Right off the bat, we see one last bite in a blackjack. We know what is going to be on that blackjack. It's going to be Overwatch, 2 ERPPCs in the IS mech, and then we have a Thanatos with heavy goose, yes, a 5 medium pulse laser, urban mech. Your Wolfhound is going to be medium pulse if it's smart, and medium pulse and 1 large pulse laser. Panther 9R, very good mech when you don't have the Katana Cat. That's a very good alternative. Looks like Vipes is going to find the enemy right away. And the enemy missed. Over on KDCM side, we have a medium pulse Irby, a medium pulse Woofy, a SRM Kit Fox, a Veagle with LBX and PPCs, and a heavy Gauss rifle. So what will win, the LBX Veagle or the Blackjack? And I'm going to give it to the Veagle's favor. 228 opting for a screen and Overwatch. Very good positioning. Vipes, if he's not careful, is going to get heavy goosed to the face. Stool is waiting. Look, he is waiting, and he has decided he needs to roll over with his team. Are there any UAVs up, boys? No. Okay. So the teams are not currently aware of where the other team is. OLB must be feeding information. He sees... Oh, and that's got to be a headshot with the way it turned. No, it's his torso shot. Wide open. Great strike. Just misses J and the rest of KDCM. They know where KDCM is. And they're gearing up to push. Let's follow them in for the action. Looks like we're going to get some heavy goose into something. They're focusing to Thanatos. That's a smart move. He is going to go down pretty quick here. He is center torsoed. Invictus and the Wolfhound is pretty hurt still. They have gotten the torso on Invictus. That is a huge, huge pull. Dreadnought sitting in the corner, just firing his SRMs for dear life. Archon goes down. We've got Korean Jesus and Jay facing off in the corner. Vipes has shut down. Vipes has shut down, and OLB saves him. Wow. It's down to... It looks like this is swinging heavily 228's favor. There's too many mechs left. Stool is very... very not hurt. It's really just his arms. Stool is if they really allow him to, they really need to pull away there. And oh, Vipes just takes double Gauss to the back. Wow, here's some unsung UAVs. UAVs very important. Jay is almost done. See here. Oh yes, his torso is open. He still has all his weapons. Nutty Rat is very hurt in a torso. He only has 2 MPLs left. But OLB in the Blackjack, this is an instance where this Blackjack is going to come in very handy. Because 1 PPC versus 2 is going to win out the day. And woo, those Gauss just missed Nutty. And they are wisely retreating. They know if they go try to stand on Theta, if KDCM goes and tries to stand on Theta, Nutty Rat needs to call for help here. He does not need to purchase that alone. Looks like he's going to get the help. We'll follow this little battle over here. That Vehicle does not want to go down. It is viciously powerful. Oh, there's a strike. Who is it on? Looks like Jay landed it. OLB is running for his life from the Thanatos. We're going to come back to that battle later. Panther just ate it to the face. 1 PPC left. Panther dead. Jay... Nutty really should be able to get Jay here. He's got way more armor. Jay only has a single PPC. Medium Pulse are going to win. Meanwhile, Stool is desperately chasing the... Whoa. That was a little bit of a glitch on OLB. Desperately chasing. And Jay is down. And Nutty's going to get caught by this strike. Oh, it already dissipated. Wow, what a good match. Okay. OLB tempting fate. Tempting fate on the Thanny here. But he has those... PPCs in the arm, and the advantage here is that he can literally do what he's doing right now, just firing right directly down upon him. He's down to 1 heavy goose. Now he's getting tickled by Nutty. One last bite is blind firing. There's really no way to see. Oh, there it is. And this is going to go 228's favor. Now, if this match goes 228's favor, then KDCM is on a razor thin margin. Looks like Stool is trying to guard. He's trying to look around. He's about cored out from the back. So, and he's, yeah, one more shot and that torso's gone. And it's so close. Oh, he gets a heavy Gauss straight into one last bite, but it's not going to be enough. Wow. Great match, guys. Wow, that's a great match. And really, there it was. OLB did a great job of kiting. You're going to see a lot of damage coming his way. put that in and we'll go and view the scores. I always do that. Okay. And one last bite with 587 damage in that blackjack with ER peeps. From the IS side, it doesn't even get spread damage. That is a lot. 3 kills, 10 components destroyed. Definitely just lifted his team upon his back. And the rest of the team did a good job of kiting. A lot of people ate Heavy Goose to the face. You can see Jay getting top damage in that Veagle. That Veagle is a vicious mech. He survived for far too long with wide open torso and just continued to pump out damage. And Stool, 353 damage with Heavy Goose is a lot of Heavy Goose into lights. And so that's why you see the damage differential at the bottom. Overall, fantastic win from 228, and KDCM is now on the back leg. So really, from here on out, it comes down to a single match for either the clutch of for first place in Div B or settling into second place. Good match, guys. I am excited for the next one, which is Grim Plexus. I'm excited as you can be. This is a very predictably, if you don't shift correct map, you just kind of get pincered and demolished. It's going to be a good fight, though. Very good fight. I think that in this instance, as open as it is, having the EPSI cap be the cap that they have to attack actually favors KDCM's style of play. Let's go to the map strat. And that is because... what color do I want to use today? Ah, yes. Orange. That is because both teams stack... or let's see, Team 1 stacks Bravo and Alpha. Obviously the side that EPSI is on, and then Charlie and Bravo from Team 2. And I need to switch people. And... probably be good. They're waiting patiently. All right. And you swing in through the Echo line, you swing in through the H7 or H8 line. Really, the initial play is pretty straightforward. I've seen teams take Charlie and try to go way out here and then jump up on the platforms here, here, and here. That really fits 228's playstyle. I wouldn't be surprised. It takes a long time for a mech to get out there, though. So if KDCM is pushing in, actually 228 is Team 1, so they would actually be coming from this side. Still takes an equally long time to get out there. I don't see KDCM doing that. I see them coming in, identifying where the closest enemy heavy is, and just pushing straight in, and that is going to favor them. So it's going to be interesting to see, basically, it is in every KDCM match, how the enemy team counters the push. Bring you back over to see the scores from the season. All the other divs are decided. Div E just got decided in a series of very fantastic matches. Very fun to watch. The math person in me is saying that KDCM has a plus or minus 1 point possibility here. They can lose a match. They did get 3 kills, so that is the kicker right there. If they win every remaining match, they can win. If they get 42 points, I believe they tie. It's very, 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 very close. But getting those 3 kills is what has kept them in so far. Go and I'll update the points as well. I will wait. Things to do when you're running a lobby and doing both. Yes. Okay. 2 and 5, and we'll see the points roll up on the board in just a second. And there it is. $11-5. Current score. And both teams have predictably stacked the closest spawn. It's really the only smart play because it doesn't give anything away to stack the spawn that's closest to Epsi. If you stack one far away, it's not really telegraphing any information to the enemy. So why hinder yourself and hamper yourself? Again, sign your teams up. MechWarrior Comp Championship Series 2020. 8v8. Combine some teams if you have to. It's a lot of fun. Makes you better. Man, is it fun. Man, is CompQ fun. We really want to get that going. And we'll take you back to the live in-game action as teams are just about ready to fly in. Oh, I'm tempted to fly out there, but here we go. We have, for the blue team, 228 in a K9, a Wolfhound, a Rifleman 2C, that's going to be UAC, or AC2s, AC2, MRM, Quick Draw, Medium Pulse Wolfhound, and Medium Pulse K9, and then a Linebacker H with Medium Pulse Lasers, a Medium Pulse Heavy deck. It's a very good deck from 228. Looks like they are going to opt for that Overwatch with the Rifleman 2C. We'll see where they position it. Then we have Medium Pulse Wolfhound, a 2 ERPPC Summoner, a Medium Pulse Black Knight with 6 Medium Pulses, that is a very brawly archer, and lastly an Arctic Cheetah with 8 machine guns. Oh, this is a very interesting deck from KDCM. I'm very interested to see how they will choose to play it. There's an early strike on the cap. No one is there yet. Vipes has spotted the Arctic Cheetah. Looks like they're going to make a play on the cap. KDCM acting all together. Looks like the Rifleman is content to take the end around route. Okay, let's see. No action is going on yet. KDCM is balling up for the push. We're going to fly out here. Yep, there it is. He's got himself right up on an Overwatch perch. KDCM, Stool Softener just said hello. There is a UAV up. 2 UAV ups. Okay, they're going right into the open. Jay taking a ton of hurt from the Rifleman 2C. Jay taking strike right on KDCM. Misses them. Quick Draw is going to go down. First, Jay has not died yet. That's never a good sign for the enemy team. He's supposed to die immediately. That's like in the rules somewhere. They are taking a quite long time to finish this Quick Draw, which is the tankiest of mechs. Meanwhile, Jay is just trying to tank for his team. The Archer is just taking AC2s to the back. I think they've taken too much damage. Jay... Oh yeah, Wolfhound's done. That's a big loss. They have nobody... Invictus is brawling with PPCs. Jay has almost reached the Rifleman, but he will not be able to do much to it. He has tanked. He has tanked. He has tanked. His team is now caught, and they have nowhere to go. This was a very reckless push right in. Giggity's trying to trade with MPO mechs that have more guns than him, and that armor is not opened on either of these, and there he goes. This is going to go 228's way, and congrats to PHL, probably watching, on staying atop Div B. This match will put KDCM out of reach. Jay has given himself an F in the chat. Oh. Gotta be honest, I did not expect those mechs from KDCM. It seemed like a very underpowered Black Knight with only 6 MPLs, but I guess he wanted to go very fast. And he went very fast into the AC2s. And we'll see it from the Rifleman. 754 damage farmed. MPL linebacker. Great damage for it. He was probably heat capped most of the time, just looking at that damage. Very solid win from 228, who's putting up quite a staunch defense here. And I just want to, because it's a great time to point out here, so I wasn't going to say this earlier, but One Last Bite was messaging me just before the match and saying that 4 of their pilots are out for various reasons, and he was getting guys, scrambling them in, getting guys to buy mechs and build them 30 minutes before the match so he could fill his roster with people. And I say to OLB, why didn't you play these guys sooner? No, I don't know. They're doing a great job. Wow. So, fantastic. And we'll go over to the scoreboard stats. Here we go. There you can view it for yourself. Not a lot of team damage. I'm disappointed, guys. Summoner rocking 292 damage while brawling. That is a lot. He didn't have to move in and brawl necessarily. And that's great, guys. That is not, if you were looking at the scores through the season, something you would predict. 228, fantastic job. And I'm going to welcome in Coyote here. Hey, Coyote.
Hey, how's it going, Nate? Great. I'm here to co-cast with you. I'm logging into the game now. Send me an invite.
Hey, I appreciate it. I'll invite you in here. We're going to throw people back up to look at the Mech Warrior Comp Championship Series 2020.
Yep.
Again, if you haven't done it yet and you're new to it, throw a team in there, go into CompQ. It is so fun. It is, if you're bored with the, if you're bored with faction warfare, if you're bored with quick play, just go into comp. And when we did it last year for the first time again, we really got trashed for about the first 30 games. We ended up playing about 60, and the last 30 we did quite well, and we got into the semifinals. It's a learning curve. It's really fun. Nobody's in there that's going to judge you. You're going to go up against the same teams and go, oh God, here we go again. We're going to get, this is the team that thrashes us, but by the end of the season, it might be the opposite story. So, I really encourage people to go in there. We'll go over to grab Coyote real quick as y'all continue to look at the rewards. Some fantastic rewards. I know it really helped my mech bay, my mech stable, to get those even the top 18 awards were just really, really nice. So as I send Coyote to spy. Ian with Stool immediately claims him. So it will be a 6v5.
Yeah, this is a big game for 228 and KDCM, isn't it?
It was,
Yeah.
and 228 has already won too many points, and so KDCM is firmly locked in a second place in Div B, and 228 is moving up the ladder. So,
all right,
we would go to the map strats. Here we have Hibernal. What a fun map, newer map, as maps go. We've played over Kappa, over Theta, and over Epsilon. This one is over Theta, so it's going to look a lot closer to a like Canyon-esque kind of game, where we have Alpha and Charlie stacked there. I sent you that map link in PM.
Yeah, with the cap being Theta, it makes it rather difficult to, like, you know, control like outward sight lines sometimes, because you end up having to position a lot of your guys either behind the Theta rock formations for cover, or you know, a lot of the positioning that was usable when Epsilon used to do the cap on this map is no longer usable, so it's more standard. And it makes it very difficult, especially with 3 mediums on the field, because they can just, you know, flank if you get your assaults too close, and kind of create a bad situation.
Yeah, and one of the things that we're looking at when we look at this map, or that you don't realize, is a lot of the Team 2, which is traditionally the Overwatch side, because you have that graveyard over here, it's a volcano. That Team 2 side, if you put heavies right, you know, back along this line here, you can see kind of this area, okay? But that gives you a lot of it gives you a lot of area you can't see. You can't see any of this. You can't see. I mean, you can kind of see down the valley if you have a mech in the right location, but you can't see any of this side of the map. Any of this side, it really limits you to being in a bubble. And I've seen a couple teams get surprised thoroughly by either a push around Epsi or a push behind them, from even a push behind from Sigma. So
yeah,
you got to be on your toes if you don't see them.
Yeah, if you don't control the sight lines well enough on the around the edges of Theta from a distance, like, you can get blindsided.
Now we're going to the in-game action. Oh yes. And both teams have landed.
Got 228. They have Archon, Adam Steiner, Warhawk Prime, Nutty Rat and the Direwolf Ultraviolet, Korean Jesus and a Vegal 1, and they also have Vipes and a Vulcan 5T, and one Last Bite and a Dervish.
Peeps AC2s and 2 MPL screen mechs. Very, very solid meta-esque deck. And KDCM has an XC, which they are going to push. They're already down the line. Micropulse, medium pulse laser, SRMs, LBX-24 as the Brawl Veagle, and a Warhawk with ER Peeps overwatching, and a Huntsman, a Streak Huntsman coming in. And if Vipes doesn't see him in time, he is going to get deleted immediately. Dread in a Kintaro, pushing right into the line, right into a firing line.
Getting targeted right now along with Vipes, but they're actually kind of leaving him alone and going straight for the Dire with Ultraviolet.
That is the Kintaro. Yes, that is a smart move. He's done. They CT'd him. That's what you do to that mech. You can't let him sit back there and farm. This is going to go KDCM's way. Vipes doesn't see it. Here comes the streaks, and oh, I'm surprised he wasn't insta-deleted.
Dreadnought's taking a lot of damage. 228 really rid of him. And
that's what a Kintaro is for. He did his job, actually. Vipes is going to go down here. He's done. Warhawk Prime is next. Jay's right in his face with oh yeah, both torsos gone.
Yeah, the amount of splat and laser vomit coming out from KDCM right now is unreal.
Yep. Yep. The one last bite is his continued to kite away. He is almost legged. Oh, yeah, he's lost a leg. Other leg.
Yeah, they're ignoring his arms. They're just going to go for that left leg.
He's shielding very well, and he's in a little valley, and Jay is getting punished for it. They need to get a teammate in there to help him out. He's down on this action here. Wow. Okay, and he's done. And we'll scoot over to the action of the Veagle chasing Veagle. This is Veagle on Veagle hate crime here. We don't want to see. It's the Brawl Veagle versus not Brawl Veagle. Brawl Veagle wins. He's down to 1 peep. It's done. KDCM got a little they miffed after those first 2 drops and decided to just send it with the Brawlies to Brawls. Look at all of the UAVs just everywhere. Well, you can't see them because as soon as I hover up to the UAVs, I just get into that mist.
Yeah. They blend in on this map rather well, so I mean, look like a really friendly UAV map. You know what I mean?
They do. I'm literally staring at the location of where a UAV should be.
Yeah.
And I cannot see them. Because they're not highlighted by the little thing. Wow. Okay. So take note.
On Polar Islands, you can see the UAVs. It's wrong with Hibernal Rift.
That mist layer is so low. Yep. As soon as I float up too high, everybody gets whited out. Look at that. And now you just see blobs. That's right. Next time I cast this map, I'm going to be right just barely in the thin layer. Everybody's going to be like, get out.
Yeah.
The long wait. The long wait for capping.
I think it was exactly 7 minutes and 30 seconds by the time KDCM had finished killing the last minute for 228.
They didn't even wait. They went straight up from in that low valley up the ramp, and just they did go into the firing line, but they had won by that point. They were inside their weapons range. They had DPS advantage all over the place.
Yep. Let's just go down the top to bottom here. You have giggity goo with 383 damage, 4 assists. Steel Softener with 546 highest damage for KDCM.
Mm-hmm.
For 228, we had One Last Bite doing an excellent job in the Dervish, 415 damage. And let's see here. The Direwolf Ultraviolet being targeted first, only 160 damage. Really unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. It's so hard to be in a position where you can actually just let that thing wail on the enemy without with the rest of your mechs also being, or some other mechs being long range, because the sight lines just aren't what you think.
Yep.
And there we saw the example of trying to set up for that Overwatch, only seeing a narrow portion of the map. The mediums did not go and find out where KDCM was coming from. They just went up to the cap.
Yeah. And that's why it's so important to have a pre-positioned area for your assaults to go to where they have high sight lines, and also to have your mediums make a move for scouting, because you need to know if that push is coming before it
Yes. Yes. Everyone in comp, I mean, one of the things I learned the most moving from Div B to Div A actually was the value of scouting, deducting where a team was by where they weren't. The value of all that pre-scouting, those ideas of, kind of deducing and, how to do that. And when you look at a match in the match, it just kind of translates as, oh my God, that team's so good and they just know where to shoot everywhere. It's true only because you already have figured it out from like logical deduction. You're not just that much better, So if they were really, if they had gone into this map with that many long range mechs against any team, say, hey, we're playing KDCM, we know they're going to push us, can you just push? Then they would have figured out pretty quick, hey, we need this medium to go scout this position. Oh, Captain's telling me the UAVs stay on the minimap. Well, I was just trying to entertain myself, Captain. I guess the UAVs were shot down, and that's why I couldn't see them. And that is a good explanation.
We got a HPG manifold next, and I think KDCM has the Team 2 side, which gives them free access to basement. That's not so good if that's their route for 228. That's not going to be good if they get to basement right away.
Now, if that had just been match 2, or something, then every single match would be a lot more on edge. And the unspoken element of being nervous, even though it's a video game and we all have a lot of fun. The thing about comp is you actually do get nervous. It's fun. It's exciting in a different way. And you might have seen a little bit of that from KDCM those first 2 matches.
Yeah.
And now that that's done, if they go and win the rest of the matches, it's kind of even more obvious. Ooh. Not to take anything away from 228, they did a great job in those first 2 matches, especially that PPC blackjack. Oh, okay. No, nobody has mentioned that Kaidi was quiet because he just topped in. Kaidi,
you want to do a level check for my
yeah, well, I'm bringing you up a little bit. I think I just have myself too loud.
That's fine. I was a little quiet, I guess, but I mean,
no,
move my mic up.
That looks about even. Okay. So I'll turn myself down a little bit and turn you. There we go. Okay, that should be fine. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Watch, he's gonna be like, now Coyote is too loud. And okay. Well, let's get off this damage score.
I mean, speaking of like having the shakes, when it comes to playing comp as well, it's like, back in early worlds, like I remember how shaky I was as a pilot, right? And then, I still kind of had it when I was in Division C, but it's kind of gone away now that I've just kept playing. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, yes, you have your moments where you're like, this is really difficult, but I mean, it gets easier as you play more, under that stress.
Yeah, at first you just kind of go, what just happened? Like look around and go, what? But the more you do it, the more you can process it and relative ease. I think I got the scores right. Let's see, like 2 matches ago, for some reason I didn't put the kills in for KDCM. So I guessed 5-1. I think it was 5-1. And that match was also 5-2-1. I can just go over to the stats page. Yep. Well, that might be a point off. But there's our scoreboard. KDCM 16. Whack Batch is at 22 points.
All right.
Or possibly slightly more. I missed a kill count there.
Now it's a close game.
It is still a very good game.
Yeah.
Again, KDCM no longer in the running to win, but they did lose those first 2 drops, which puts them out of the running there. Team on the right, 228. As 228 won the first drop in the 2v2, lost the next 2 matches and won the match that just happened. We got 2 matches left, a close game. We definitely want to stick around for this last ToC.
I really got to say, HPG and Viridian really favor like brawl maneuvers. So we'll see what 228 has to do in order to counter that.
Yes.
And I hope they do.
Viridian from one side, you can trade. The team one side, you can trade, but KDCM will have that side, and I think they took it intentionally. They've had some bad memories from the team two side on Viridian. I'm sure Jay is like, nope, 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 nope.
It looks like both teams are locked.
Oh, yep, Jay is locked in. Just always check my maps and modes. Here we go. Redropping is just the worst. It's the worst.
Yeah.
We go over
HPG definitely the time of day, though. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, I actually looked at time of day just to make sure there wasn't. Both teams opting to stack the closest, and you see one of two things here. You see teams come in to engage right away. I think this is KDCM's actual preference. But they do have the side where you can just go under, and they might opt to do that. It's really a fight on Delta 5 Echo 5 or underneath, and we wait for one team to split push. Can be quite exciting. All right, we're going in game.
KDCM spawning to the south with a Invictus and a Bloodass B, Stool Softener and a Cataphract 3D, Giggity Goo and a King Crab, Triple Lot, and Jay and a Mad Cat 2B.
And we have a Kantara over here from Dreadnought in the far spawn. And we'll just go into the list. It looks like they're turning to right immediately. Ultra 20s, Ultra 10s, Ultra 5s, Ultras, all Ultras. They're pushing straight in. They're going to try to catch One Less Bite's team. Oh, man, look at this fire.
A little bit of an exchange here. And they might be doing a cash me outside strat, and it looks like they are.
It's Ultras versus Ultras.
There is Lerm coverage, or is that ATM? Let me see here.
Oh, it's a Lerm. Oh, wow. Now that is ballsy.
KDCM needs to get up there if he wants the piece of this action.
Giggity is getting demolished by the Lerms too. Wow, he's going to go down. He's done. Really, so if KDCM can get out... Oh, Jay is done. So ballsy taking the Lerm strat, but man, if you had just... It's just, hindsight, of course. They're caught out here. If they go underneath right now, they can even this out by just making the Lerm mech inert.
The Kintaro is 95%, and he's just pushing up.
Yeah, he's yellowing in. Yep. He's
going to move up and cover him because he's going to need help. He's going to take that Mad Cat 2B down, maybe.
He's trying. I'll get a little bit closer in the action here. That Mad Cat is not super duper hurt here.
This might actually favor KDCM if they can close in on that Lerm boat after they kill these two mechs. We'll see what's left of the Kintaro.
The Kintaro's taking way too much damage. Stool's out here. The Mad Cat still has its weapon arm. If they pour the amount of damage into his... They just need one more shot into his CT. He's still pumping out damage.
Yeah. One last bite separated from Whackback.
3v2 here. He'll be over there quick enough. Invictus is about to eat a strike.
He's taking the top. There we go. He's taking out the Kintaro.
Oh, he just didn't get it. A 2v2 self-destruct from Vipes. Oh, that's a throw. That assassin really could have done the work.
He could have.
Awesome's done.
Awesome. Get off this Awesome and get on the linebacker.
Well, he can't let the Awesome get away, so he just needs to keep backing up. And shooting the linebacker. Back up, shooting the linebacker. Linebacker has advantage here. Because he can poke, and Invictus is much more hurt. Well, he's still got his front armor, actually, so most of it's to the...
most of back and internal.
The One Last Bite's going to go underneath. This ended it's not ended yet. Oh, and he's taking free damage.
Good shots right here. His back's turned. Oh, okay.
Wow.
This is...
Wow.
No, I can't believe what just happened. This doesn't make any sense.
He's a high alpha linebacker, so if Invictus can just get in there, he can heat cap him. Yeah.
He just needs to keep kiting this blood.
Oh, if he gets the torso of that linebacker, then there's not much he can do. I'm clicking furiously back and forth. He's almost lost his other torso. It looks like this is... Oh, he's going to get it.
don't know how
He
much
got the
more damage
torso
this can
from
take.
the blood ass. But yes, that's it. Yep.
Oh
Ooh.
wow. Came down to one map in the end. Amazing.
You have met me on. You have disrespected. Oh, the disrespect. Bringing Lerms versus KDCM. That is like a stab in the heart. In the heart. Very effective. I mean, they obviously have studied what KDCM like to do, and they straight up used it against them.
Yeah, I mean, 228's Awesome 8R was able to rack in a total 940 damage
Whew.
while he was being protected by the rest of Whackbatch. And then, KDCM's Blood Ass B just being able to survive as long as it did, 881 damage. So big damage numbers from both teams. Just, not enough armor sharing, I would say, for both sides.
If you look at these, you can glean some information from, besides the fact that that was a really fun match to watch, because honestly, I thought 228 was going to just really handily win that, especially with as quick as the King Crab went down. And I still think they would have if they had just, gone under, not bothered with the Lerm boat. I mean, what is it going to do underneath? Nothing.
Exactly.
It's going to go in cap maybe and die. So they let him farm 940 damage. Hold on, Jay's asking.
I mean, that's the truth.
Jay's asking if we have a chance. I said, no, I'm sorry, son. Sorry, son, it's over. Oof. And
yeah, but I mean, it's like you said, with the assassin going down when it did, that really kind of put, Invictus in a position where he could kind of almost win the match.
Yeah, that was a very costly mistake. That ended up, well, not costing them points in terms of the win, but it really gave them a chance here.
I mean, a win's a win, right? You get the W, whatever. But I mean, like, if you're biting your nails at the end, like, that's, you probably made a few mistakes.
Yeah, regardless of what the overall thing that teams are going for, it's fun. So you want to see good matches. I'm telling you, if I'm looking at Invictus's numbers here and you're just gleaning information, a UAC Blood Asp is capable of pinpoint damage. And so 881 damage is probably enough to take out the whole enemy team. So we just need to see a little bit better focus fire overall. Lerms are going to do 940, the damage spreads. But that's what I would look at when I look at that number. One last bite. If he had just lost one torso, he would have been too heat capped to do much of anything. So
yeah,
it's very, very razor thin close.
Any significant team damage from either side?
Well, we can go back and look at it here. It's just 14 from Invictus. So again, you got to Invictus. You have to focus fire better into your teammates' backs as well. That's something Jay's gonna have to train you better with. So but wow, some great matches. And we'll go over to the scoreboard now. Nice and updated. And we have KDCM with 20 points and Whackbatch with 32. And that secures them the win. Congrats to 228. And I'm excited for one more. I hope I did switch them already, but I haven't switched the map yet. I'm excited for one more good 250-ton round on Viridian, everybody's favorite map. Do you like Viridian?
Yes.
Do you like it?
I mean, I wish that the giant skeletons or fossils for the lobsters and crabs were actually like alive. Like be something else, piloting your mech through Vietnam, and you just have a giant lobster monster go in front of you. That would be something to see.
Coyote has been killed by a stab to the back with lobster claw.
Yes. Environmental deaths. That's what we need.
Every 10 seconds, a random monster wakes up and thrashes about.
Sounds good to me. I'm sure PGI will update eventually. We'll get us that.
I mean, the strat here, you have Overwatch positions here, here, here. Team 1 you can Overwatch. Team 1 is occupied by KDCM. So that takes that away. You can be on this Fox 8 Island or this Echo 7. It really doesn't do too much for you in terms of overwatching Theta because there's a giant mountain right there.
Yeah.
So
Team 2 has a couple of trade lines, but they're not very good.
No.
I mean, normally what you like to see from Team 2 is like you can just kind of like drive around this terrain and just look to like find the one mech that's isolated.
Yep.
Whatever route you choose to go, you can go this way as well.
I think KDCM is gonna go straight into Theta, straight up the ramp, and then proceed to brawl at maximum force. Not give 228 time to set up, to adjust. And
there could be a chance that they just walk by each other. I mean, that would be amazing. I would love that. They just switch sides of the map.
I'd like to see that, yeah. 228 decides to brawl. Let's see it. Go back over to our championship series one more time. Guys, sign your teams up. It's really fun.
Sorry.
Good.
If they take trade mechs and just walk to the other side of the map and just set up, and then KDCM goes to the brawl side.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fight. Both teams are luck.
Yes, yes, yes. I expect long, long throws, gentlemen, from both sides.
Strong arms equals strong throws.
That's right. That's a J quote. Well, it's a something quote.
That's the truth.
All right, we'll bring the action live in the game. And get situated here. We have a Huntsman. Jay and a Huntsman. That's streaks. Oh, yeah. Yep. Crab. Huntsman. Is that 2 streak boats? It is 2 streak boats. Medium pulse, 2 streak boats. AC-20 SRM. Rough neck. Medium pulse crab. Medium pulse wolfhound. That's a little heat cappy. What do we got on the other side?
You got Nutty Rat and the Veagle. You have Huntsman for one last bite, but it is a ATM boat. Archon, Adam Steiner, Rifleman 2C, Vipes in a Vulcan 5T, 2 Vulcans, so Admiral Crane G is as well. So medium pulse with range trade.
Well, if KDCM does this right, the deck favors them because those Vulcans are going to get just demolished by the Double Streak Huntsman. So it's really a matter of Veagle already overwatching. They have taken a smart line. KDCM has taken a very intelligent... Oh, no. Korean, you gave your... Why is Jay looking the opposite way there?
He's after Vipes.
Well, he needs to turn because... Korean, Jesus just gave his position away, but...
Yeah.
Looks like... No, he's not going to get punished for that. Jay jumping straight up, looking at the other Huntsman, wailing for 10% but taking equal damage. UAV's up all over the place. Strike goes long. Crab's moving in.
228 has realized that they have 2 Huntsmen yet, but I mean, they really need to be careful with these Vulcans. They need them for the end of the match, not right now.
You think about the Huntsman, or the dual Huntsman, is you're not going to realize there's 2 of them. You're going to be like, there's 1 Huntsman. He's a streak. What are the rest? And here they are just wailing, but One Last Bite is using that tree very effectively. The Huntsman's closing in.
Looking at the mini-map right now, there are so many UAVs. Nobody's hiding from anybody.
Wolfhound's about to get demolished. He's going down here. Yeah. The ATMs are doing their work on his torso.
Vipes favors streaks too as well.
Vipes is done. That's one of the Vulcans. Over here, the rifleman is getting just torn apart by the roughneck. Who's going to go down first?
Korean Jesus is taking pot shots on the roughneck.
Steiner.
Though, but
Steiner's done. One last bite. Still alive. They need to turn to kill him. He's farming their team. There's Jay. Yep. Self-destruction by Dreadnought.
Oof.
That's the roughneck. He was almost dead anyway.
Yeah.
Crab just took an easy 12%. Get up on the Huntsman, boys. Jay is chasing the other Vulcan. Very messy.
One less fight is not safe up here either. I mean,
Neil just took a face full of ATMs. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Victus and Neil Diamond need to be focused. That Wolfhound in the Huntsman packet.
The Huntsman finally goes down after farming probably 700,000 damage. Vulcan's gonna die. He's in the face of Jay. Done. PPC mech. I don't know. Can Nutty Rat do it? Can Nutty Rat do it? This is like the last match of ToC 2. I'm going to go from Nutty Rat's perspective here. Last match of ToC 2.
Nutty Rat can hit that Wolfhound right now and just get rid of it.
Oh, there goes the arm, 10%. Let's get... Oh, he's got his armor.
He's taking shots on Neil Diamond over on the left. KDCM is just closing around.
Neil is getting that cap. Nutty's taking another face full of streaks. Jay took a face full of PPCs. Crab can't do anything to the Vulcan. Oh, another 2 more straight to Jay's face. Nutty is nutting all over Jay. Can I say that? I don't know. Well, it's the verb form of his name, so that's
exactly
what I was saying, I guess. Wow. Okay, and now KDCM, if they there's a sneaky strike. Who is that going to be on? That's going to kill Invictus. Oh, it misses everybody. Okay, Longbow can't do anything to this Beagle. Jay, if he jumps up, he can actually probably take one more shot. There's a UAV up above Nutty Rat that doesn't look like it's his. Jay is now taunting Nutty. And he's going down. No, he's taking the bait. No.
Don't follow the bait. No, the bait.
Nutty, no. You don't take the bait, Nutty. Because the crab is going to come around and YOLO on you, and you can't kill him fast enough. And there it is. Jay's done. If Nutty can jump back up, he's got a chance. Oh, you took the bait, Nutty. Oh, good taunts. Good taunt, Jay.
Every time. Oh, wow.
And that's it. KDCM pulled last
over.
That's the end of the ToC, boys.
GG's.
KDCM secures second place. And I'll give you a final score in just a moment. All right. We are just waiting on the tickers to tick down, so we'll go over to the scoreboard for a minute. You can see the finality, closing the season out. A really great game, super close. 34-30. KDCM needing 43 points to win Division B, getting 30 points, and 228 standing firmly in their way with just a really fantastic showing. And that is it. We will give you a shot at the last stat. I want to see what those streak boats did. So we'll give you the damage scores as soon as the ticker ticks down. And here it is.
Looks like Jay did 646 damage in his Huntsman.
Whoa. Oof.
Neil Diamond only did 227, so maybe they just weren't synced up on their attacks.
Yeah, Jay's going to have a talk with Neil. Like, look, same mech, buddy. Same mech.
The Huntsman for 228 piloted by One Last Bite, the one with ATM, 601 damage.
Farmed. He
2
farmed
kill
them.
assist.
Yep.
Yeah, the Longbow Blue in the Crab 27 really racking up the kills for KDCM, finishing injured targets with 3 kills towards the end.
Great games overall, though. I mean, man, it's just really enjoyable to watch. So many UAVs up in that last match. We'll get the guys in. We'll get One Last Bite, and we'll get Jay in here to do some interviews because it's the last match, and we really want to. I've got lots of questions, so
Yes, do I.
lots of questions. I'm gonna drag them down right now. Hello,
Hi.
One Last Bite. Hello, Jay. First, I say congrats to 228 for pulling that win out. That was the upset of the season, quite literally, because it was the last game. You thwarted KDCM's attempt to get first place. Jay, your team did excellent this season. I got to cast quite a few of your matches. And so, yeah, good job, guys. Great game.
Yep. I want to give a big shout out to the guys in 228 because they elevated us to a level of greatness that only EMP has reached this season. Second place, baby. Let's go.
Oh no. Oh no.
Right up there with Bowser and McGoat.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Okay. So
I could have done it without Archon. Just always sending EMP to second place.
Listen, Jay, all you had to say is not EMP, so you actually said EMP. Anyway, moving on. First, so Jay, are you gonna have a talk with Neil about the last match? Because you took Mirror Mechs and you did about 400 more damage than him. So how bad is Neil gonna get it? Just.
Well, Neil's pregnant, so I don't want to be too hard on him right now. Big shout out to Neil, who was there for every practice this season. So we have him in for a game. He's getting all our overall points. But it's the fact of the matter is that I'm the bigger girl out of the two of us, so obviously I'm better in street boats. Come on, you know how that works.
I gotta say, so I got a question for One Last Bite. So at this, you're messaging me before the match, and you're scrambling for pilots, and I know all these guys are obviously on your roster, but you lost 4. I'm assuming, were they all starters? Or just 4 pilots?
We lost 2 people that basically played every single drop at the last scrim that we did.
Okay.
Yeah, so Vipes and Mikado have been in and out, and we try to rotate people in and out of our roster anyway, because a big thing with the roster we have, like I said, is rotating people through to get practice. But yeah, I didn't plan for Mikado and Vipes to play in every single drop, so we were missing Toph and Odin both for IRL reasons that came up literally yesterday. Right.
Yeah,
and they were our main medium and light pilots, so there's a lot of impressions going on there.
I see. Well, it didn't seem it to hurt you in the first 2 drops because you kind of just snatched that away right away. The matches were very good, very even. KDCM, Jay, y'all on Hibernal just sent it, and that was just not a chance to get.
If we're gonna push into crescent gun lines, you gotta do it harder. And
yeah.
All through there. If we're gonna push headfirst into gun lines, you gotta do it right.
So I got to talk about this. So the one match that really was surprising to me, and I just thought was just glorious and terrible at the same time, was in a good way. But so HPG. So One Last Bite. Tell me what. Okay, so taking the Lerms, was that a calculated response to how KDCM has played that map this season?
No.
I think they're just
it was a response to how everybody's played HPG.
So you just...
I didn't actually... Yeah, we didn't know at all that KDCM was going to push. That was actually a huge surprise.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I've cast quite a few of their matches, and I could have... I was like, KDCM is going to push to the right, let me tell you. So...
No, we didn't do our homework, and that's... I mean, we did scrims for this week. This is one of the few weeks where we had the time to set it up as it happens, and then we lost a bunch of people. So it was a weird mix of practice and not, but Yeah, what we were running into was just people going basement from Team 2, getting there first, and so
Yeah.
Right.
any strategy with Team 1 where you try to just head down there, you're already at a disadvantage because they're set up, and I mean we saw that in the Ghost of Nox SA, I think was the match we cast.
Yes.
Yeah, every day.
And they tried to get out there and get shots in early, and like we said in the cast, they just didn't do enough damage before the mechs got down there, so we were like, you know, looking at what assault mechs can go fast and actually punch, and we were like, speed tweak Basp is not bad. We got the Mad Cat with huge engine, LRMs.
Well,
So we especially because we were missing some of our pilots for what we were going to play, so we threw that one together. And when I was mentioning the thing about missing those people, it was really funny because basically the first 2 drops we were like, good, we got the pilots. The last 2 or 3 we had no idea how we were going to slot people, but most of the decks that we didn't know were the ones we didn't have to play somehow. Like we were going to take Team 1 and just be like, we'll figure it out, and then
Jay took it.
you know, the only thing we had to guess was the HPG Team 1 because we just had no idea how we were going to beat that deck. And then they pushed at us, and it became like
The
more
Div B
even
strat.
fight.
Yeah, well,
We
obviously,
just Div B strap where you ask the pilot, hey, what do you have? An
Yes.
LRM awesome, take it.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll make it work.
Yes.
Well, the King Crab ate it hard on those LRMs, and I thought that it was going heavily into 2-8's favor. You said Vipes stood in the assassin. He ended up cooking himself. I called that was a throw. It allowed KDCM to really almost take it. That linebacker, high alpha linebacker, in the end was so hurt, and just really good overall. And kudos in the first drop with the Blackjack. Watched quite a few matches this season and